How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on NQ. I took a long once we broke and retested pre-market high, capturing a little bit of a win today. I'll go over why I took that trade, kind of my risk, my reward, how things were set up, how it played out, what I would do differently next time if there's anything there that I would change, and we'll just kind of take a look at the 15-minute first. We'll jump into a little bit of a higher level time frame. We'll break it down and take a look at why I traded NQ as opposed to ES, etc. So let's just get into it. We'll take a look at NQ first. So NQ and ES were both at kind of these all-time high ranges. We were within pretty much the middle of the previous day range. That's true for NQ as well as ES. So we had this pre-market range within the previous day range. So I was coming into the day expecting some choppiness. It's also a Friday. We don't have any news. So it was expected to potentially be a little lower volume, a little choppier, just with the nature of it being like all-time highs, as well as, within the previous day range, kind of choppy in the pre-market range. And we see the price action that's been coming on in here. Not a lot of continuation, some pretty decent swings and chops. So that was kind of the thought coming into the day. Really what I was looking for is for either NQ or ES, whichever one. I wanted to see a breakout and continuation out of this range. So we see that NQ got that here. If we take a look at ES, we see ES is not able to break out of that range. ES is still well within that pre-market range, unable to break out. So NQ today, I was watching them side by side. NQ initially broke to the downside, and then it rallied all the way up, and you can see it posted like the highest volume candle of the day, a hammer at the pre-market low. Rallied all the way up, broke and closed above pre-market high. From there, we watched price pull back. I was watching the 5-minute, and I wasn't too impressed with this price action to enter. And it's funny, the 5-minute candle that I did enter on, because that looks pretty bad. That looks like a reversal. But the real reason I entered was I was watching the 2-minute and seeing that we got that nice move to the upside on increasing volume. We broke, we closed above, then we pulled back, and I was a little concerned here. But we did test that EMA just about, and then recover, and then pull back and hold, and then pull back and hold again. So at this point, when I entered, and that's after we broke above twice. We set barely a new high, then we pulled back into this area. I was entering as close to that pre-market high as I could, and I was risking below these EMAs. So I had a 20-point risk. My entry was 93. My stop loss was 73 down here. And basically, I just wanted to see us hold this EMA and potentially 200 if it had a larger pullback. And then I wanted to see it set new highs. And then I wanted to see, if I pull up this 15-minute, I want to see it get continuation up to this level up here and previous day high. So additionally, what I was watching is we had a little bit of a consolidation going on, right? We were forming higher lows and kind of condensing on the highs, where the high was getting... Oh, that's not what I wanted. We want the line. Where you can see we kind of had this little consolidation, like a little bit of a bull flag. We made that big run up. We have a bit of a bull flag. We're holding the EMA. We're holding the pre-market high. So I wanted to see us break and get continuation. We didn't really. We broke out and set new highs, and then we pulled right back to that pre-market high. I think ES being so range bound, like we can look at it and it's still doing its stupid whatever this is. I think ES, whatever is contributing to ES being so choppy is probably holding NQ back a little bit from really breaking out, as it appeared it had the potential to. So that's why I took this. I saw it consolidating. I saw it making higher lows. I saw it holding pre-market high as well as the EMA. I saw things start to trend up. It had relative strength compared to ES, whereas ES couldn't break out of that range. When ES was rejecting, moving down, NQ was still moving higher, telling me the NQ was relatively stronger today. So went with the one that was showing more strength. We waited for that breakout above the pre-market high and then the retest. This was a little odd, but it did work, right? I would probably want to have seen better price action on the 5-minute. So maybe that's something that maybe this is a trade that I wouldn't normally even take, but I decided to give it a shot today. My first trim was just above this little hump here, this little pre-market swing high. I think the highs were like 412, and I put mine at like 414 or something. So just expecting us to take those highs. My next take profit was at this level up above. Excuse me, on NQ it was at this level up above around like 423, 424. My runner got stopped out for break even right here. Once we hit my first take profit, I moved stop to break even, and then we pulled back and stopped me out here. Now it looks like we're still kind of consolidating, still holding that price above pre-market high. So who knows? 15-minute looks pretty good. I think we could see a continuation up to this level. It wouldn't surprise me. It's not very far. It's only 25 points. So I would expect it to. But it just didn't give a super clean move, and I think that's just the nature of today being a little choppier on a Friday. And ES is really, really choppy. So yeah, ES never realized that the market opened. It's still in pre-market. NQ, however, at least gave us somewhat of a move. Now, had I captured it down here, that would have been nice, but that's not really according to my plan. So we caught a little piece of it here. We caught about 20 points, 21, 25 points, something like that. No, excuse me, 21 points exactly. So with that, and then the runner, we are up 205, just under $206 on the day. The accounts are up. This one's up 628. These are up 811. So not bad, right? Not bad. In 1 week, we're up $800 on these accounts. We're on track, and just hoping to keep it going. But that's all I got. A quick one today. Nothing crazy. Today's price action's a little wonky. So happy to walk away with a decent win. Anything over 200 is solid. That's all I got for you. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'll be back next week to stream and recap as well. So stop by. Say what up.